And good morning to you, Kentuckiana. It is 6 o'clock here on your Wednesday morning. Thanks for joining us on WHAS 11 and the WHAS 11 app. I'm Jim Stratman. In studio this morning with meteorologist Matt Breland. Matt, I mean, honestly, we could take this outside today. It feels pretty good out there. Right?
We have been trained for sure to let 37, 38 feel great compared to the teens that we had to deal with so long earlier this year. You know, it's definitely been a cold start to 2026. And yes, it is still a bit chilly this morning. Temperatures into the upper 30s, 37 Highlands, 38 downtown. But hey, we'll take it compared to all the temperatures that have been in the teens over the last several days. Temperatures at 33 in Bedford, 31 Seymour, 36 Elizabethtown. North winds continuing this morning, and that's going to be around all day, still bringing in this dry pattern that's going to be lasting through the majority of our Wednesday. We're shaping up to really have a sunny day ahead with temperatures staying into the mid to upper 40s and also going to be fairly dry. A lot of those rain showers continuing to stay farther off towards our south, and we've got clear and quiet skies still arriving with us. So those north winds will continue, still keeping us in the 30s through the morning. By the afternoon, we're in the 40s, and then we're likely reaching the mid to upper 40s throughout our afternoon and evening hours. And then we cool back down into the 30s by the night and likely even the upper 20s to start off tomorrow morning. We're expecting more clouds to start developing just as we enter the later hours of our Thursday afternoon. We're also tracking some rain chances for Valentine's Day. We'll have all those details coming up soon, but still a few lingering clouds for a few of you. For your bus stop forecast on your way home, you can expect those temperatures to be in the mid-40s with more sunshine. That's a look at your weather details for now. More coming up later. An update on traffic this morning. Continuing to stay slow on I-71. An accident is there that has I-71 after 64 exit 1A. There's a slow spot. Keep that in mind. Jim?
Very much. Our top story this morning, JCPS is days away from a very rare Friday night meeting of the board to talk about proposed job cuts. You're taking a live look right now at the Van Hoos Education Center from our photojournalist Hayden Sorgenfry, where last night there was a meeting pushing back a decision until Friday. Most of those cuts, we're told, would come from central office jobs as the district tries to cut down on a $188 million budget deficit. Those proposed cuts were introduced on Monday, just 24 hours before the board had to meet to discuss them. Here's a breakdown from what we know. The largest of these cuts coming from operations departments. 30 positions are set to be eliminated, 18 of them bus monitors. 26 positions being cut from the Opportunity and Access Department, which, according to JCPS's website, helps coordinate programs and services for students who are experiencing homelessness. The district also said that it would be adding 55 risk assessment jobs to its JCPS Police Department. WHAS 11's Alex Dieterer and photojournalist Levi Hammer have more from last night's meeting.
I have been the bookkeeper at Greenwood Elementary School for 11 years. I am a valued part of our school community.
JCPS parents and teachers speaking out against the district's proposed cuts to the central office that board members were expected to vote on Tuesday night.
This is a difficult moment. I've lost lots of sleep, lots of angst.
Every JCPS board member voted to postpone their vote on the hundreds of proposed job cuts.
What is our drop-dead deadline for getting this resolved?
Our drop-dead deadline is now.
The decision came 24 hours after board members first received 11 multi-page district organization charts. The charts outlined more than 200 job cuts.
I don't know that I've had adequate time to look at all of this and wrap my head around it, because it is so many moving pieces and parts.
But I do support your vision, and I do believe in the reorganization. I just need time to digest it.
The charts propose cutting or demoting 213 central office positions and 74 vacant jobs, while adding 178 positions.
I inherited the responsibility to address these challenges because I will be held accountable for these.
Superintendent Dr. Brian Yearwood and the board need to cut $132 million from the district's budget. CFO Eddie Munns says these changes would cut $43 million from that budget.
The numbers that we said we were going to hit, we have hit.
So if we pass this reorg tonight, tomorrow we can begin to put the pieces back into place and be sure that in October of 2026, we can meet our obligations.
Absolutely.
Now, that vote is moved 3 days down the line to Friday.
Time is of the essence, and I know that we're at that juncture of overcoming that $132 million budget deficit.
Alex Dieterer, WHAS 11 on your side.
The board has already made some decisions related to budget cuts. Last month, they were voting to close King Elementary and Zachary Taylor Elementary at the end of this year. We also know that Liberty High School is going to be relocating to the Gaines Early Childhood Center. The district previously said that the closures would save about $4 million. This morning, a fifth person is in custody connected to a deadly shooting back in December. Police say the 17-year-old has a connection to what they're calling a revenge plot. Back on December 20th, Milton Ritchie Jr. was found dead outside of a car in a ditch near Ford Haven Road. 2 other teens and the stepmothers of one of those suspects, plus 20-year-old Deontez Hodges, have been charged in connection to the shooting. In Hodges' arrest documents, investigators say the group lured Ritchie to the scene where he was shot. All 3 teens and Hodges are facing charges of first-degree murder. And in just a few hours, this man on your screen will face a judge connected to a murder from earlier this month. Metro Police detectives arrested 59-year-old Lonnie Roberson yesterday. Investigators say that surveillance video led them to identify Roberson as a suspect accused of shooting a woman back on February 6th near Winstead Drive and Cane Run Road. She later died at the hospital. Roberson is scheduled for an arraignment this morning at 9. Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg is joining some fellow Metro Council members in disagreeing with the judge's decision to cut a convicted rapist sentence by more than half. Last week, Circuit Court Judge Tracy Davis cut Christopher Thompson's recommended sentence from 65 years down to 30 years. A jury found him guilty of kidnapping, robbing, and assaulting a woman, and then recommended a 65-year sentence. But Judge Davis said that part of her reasoning for cutting the sentence was that Thompson had never had access to mental health or anger management treatment before. Metro Council Republicans criticized the judge, and the mayor was asked about his thoughts on this case.
I think it's very important for individuals to be held accountable when they commit violent crimes, and I think it's important to respect the jury process as part of that. You know, we continue to stay focused every day on preventing and responding to violent crime.
Metro Council Republicans say that they will be releasing judicial records so that voters can know more about their elected judges and their decisions. Well, today, the trial of Isaiah Page continues, one of the men charged in the deadly Harvest Homecoming shooting from 2024. That shooting killed 18-year-old Bryce Gerlach and hurt 2 other bystanders. Page is charged with murder, attempted murder, and criminal recklessness. In court yesterday, witnesses described a scene as chaotic. No cameras were allowed in the courtroom, but WHAS 11's reporter Conroy DeLuge was able to hear from several people yesterday, including the 2 victims who survived being shot. They told the jury they did not see who fired the guns and where exactly those bullets came from. In the next couple of days, the state plans to call up some of the co-defendants who were initially charged in the shooting but have since agreed to plea deals. Court will resume this morning at 8:30. And this morning, police in Jeffersonville are investigating after they say a woman allegedly stole a police car and hit an officer. It all happened back on February 7th on Wall Street. Officers were investigating a robbery there. A release from Jeffersonville police says that the suspect, a 41-year-old Jasmine Shekels, stole a police car as officers were trying to detain her. Police say that as she was driving, she hit an officer before she turned that vehicle towards I-65. Doctors have since cleared the officer who was hit, and now the county prosecutor is reviewing that case. Matt, let's come on over to you with one thing to know in the world of weather today.
We've got temperatures increasing into the mid-40s throughout the afternoon with lots of sunshine headed our direction, really looking nice for the day. Our coldest day of the week is going to be tomorrow, and temperatures once again only in the lower 40s. So a decent temperature change for us this week. More weather details coming up in a few short minutes.